students, Xavier Westergaard and Daniella Symonds, who has also served in the IDF and is one of the students suing the school. Welcome to both of you. I say every time you sit down, I just can't even imagine what you two have been going through and what it's been like for you. And to now be students there and you can't even walk on your school's campus?
Thank you for having us, first of all. It's come to a point where really I'm speechless. I have nothing to say. I think back to October 7th and the events that ensued on campus shortly after, and I think it never had to get to this point. What do you think, Xavier?
2 weeks ago, I came onto this show and was afraid to walk on campus. Now we don't have to be afraid about walking on campus because we're not even allowed to walk on campus. The NYPD came in last night after 2 weeks of mixed messages and total, what's even the word? Lack of communication from the university. The only communication that we got was that there were ongoing negotiations with some of the student leaders of these protests, these unauthorized protests, which had already been condemned as being against university policy, but the university didn't do anything. What's the point of having a policy if you're not going to do anything?
Exactly, and they only stepped in when the facilities workers were held hostage inside Hamilton Hall. And in the email that was put out by the president, it was, she said the facilities workers were held hostage, and then she listed the anti-Semitism. Like, it's always a forethought, right? It's never about breaking university policy. It's as it relates to anti-Semitism.
So lawlessness,
yes,
you know,
complete anarchy.
No rules. You can break the rules. There's, you know, no consequences. And it struck you a moment ago when we were talking to Laura Ingraham, and I reported what we heard from the White House, and that was through the press secretary, that the President of the United States still, amid this chaos, all over the country, has not gotten on the phone and spoken with a school administrator or a university president. You said, we really haven't heard anything that the White House has had to say. We turned to this exchange with our own Peter Doocy. This was live in the briefing just a moment ago. I want to get your thoughts out of this.
Some of these encampments, they had matching tents. We're being told that there are professional outside agitators involved. We don't know if they're being paid to sow chaos by domestic folks or foreign entities. Does President Biden want his administration to find out who is funding some of these protests?
But I can say, I cannot speak to the organizations that are being reported that's on the ground. That is not something for me to speak to. That is obviously something that local governments, local officials, I keep saying local government, local officials are going to speak to. They'll have better information on that. What we have said, and I don't think I've iterated that yet from here, is that the DOJ and FBI is going to continue to offer support to universities and colleges in respect to federal laws. So that is something that the DOJ and FBI is doing. As far as local organizations and what is all being reported on the ground, that is something that that local law enforcement certainly is looking into.
I understand that President Biden historically has spoken very forcefully about anti-Semitism. But this week he's not. He's MIA. Is he that worried about losing the youth vote with these protesters?
I'm going to be mindful. You're talking about youth vote. You're talking about 2024.
No. Young people.
I have to say what I have to say, and just give me a second. So I'm not going to speak about somebody's doorbell. Is that a doorbell?
Yeah, that was an alarm.
An alarm. Okay. All right. And I'll speak more broadly. I can't speak to youth and support and voters. That's not something I can do from here. The president has taken a lot of policy actions here that he knows that young people care about.
I mean, it struck me just there. I said it to you. They're referencing reports from the ground. This is the White House. They can get any of that information firsthand. Why are they not?
Any conversation between the White House and the university is a two-way street, so I don't know why President Biden or his team haven't reached out to Manu Shafiq. But the real question for me is why my president of the University, Manu Shafiq, hasn't sought more outside support for this. For us, this is a crisis. We've been warning about this being a crisis for Jewish students on campus for the last 6 months, and only now they're responding. We've been telling people that these protests are not pro-Palestine. They're anti-Semitic, they're anti-Israel, and they were going to inevitably escalate and become violent, and now they have.
She kept saying that these are mostly peaceful, that there's just a few students that are involved in the bad stuff, the vile rhetoric, the anti-Semitic words. What do you say to that?
I say that It's the university's responsibility to educate these students on what is anti-Semitism and what is not. There's an anti-Semitism task force, and that's great, but when they're not teaching students why this is hateful, that's a problem. And we're seeing it. They're just becoming more and more extreme because the university has failed to step in.
In fact, is it fair to say they're teaching them the exact opposite?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, that's powerful. What is your message? What is your message? If the White House you had the ear of the White House today, what could be done from your view? You have seen this firsthand. You're experiencing the threats, the vile rhetoric. You can't even go to your classes anymore. There are people who can't even graduate. What is your message, Xavier?
There needs to be strong, unequivocal condemnation of the actions that have happened on these campuses. They can't shift the blame from faceless outside agitators away from the students on our campus who are engaging in this despicable way. And there needs to be a serious review of how the universities are funded, because if they're receiving funding from the federal or state government, that has to come with a lot of strings. And if they can't protect our rights as Jewish students, they shouldn't be receiving a dime.
We appreciate both of you joining us. We've got some breaking news. Please come.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.